guys, welcome back to the Williamson's Family Adventures YouTube channel. So I told y'all a few days ago that I would be doing another video on the fishing tackle that I have. I said that I would only be able to show you what's in my tackle bag, and that I wouldn't be able to show you my fishing poles because my fishing poles are in a hard to get spot at the moment. So, the type of tackle bag that I have, I got it at Walmart for $50. And it has enough pockets in it. It has enough storage in it to have some wiggle room for just about anything that I need. Unfortunately, it doesn't have like any fishing pole holders or anything like that that you can strap onto the tackle bag, because I would really like to have something like that for like when I go fishing and I have long walks. But this is what I have. So I have this. There's catfish bait in my tackle bag that has a hole in it and don't know how it got there. So it reeks. This is the bigger version of the rotary fishing tackle bag. I got it for $50, like I said. It may have been cheaper than that, but I'm pretty sure it was $50 at Walmart. Whether or not they'll have them this year, I don't know. But I'll show you what all I have in my tackle bag. Sorry. So, I keep on hand a bunch of the glow sticks and sinkers and all that. It is a bit of a mess, and I do have a lot of trash in here from, I think, last year and possibly the year before. There's a lot of different size things. I've got pliers in here. I use these glow sticks. Then I keep a little baggie of the glow stick attachment things that you can slide on your pole, bobber, whatever. I keep a whole thing of those. Yep, here's my pliers. They're not the best looking pliers, but they get the job done. They may not be fancy, but it works. And then I have some of these in my tackle bag. Then I have some batteries for my night bobbers. And like I said, I have sinkers in here. Let's see here. I got my little utility knife. Utility pliers. It's really cool to have these. I got these at Walmart also, but just about everything I have I got from Walmart. There might be a few things that I have that I got from like Cabela's or Bass Pro or something like that. Part of my lures did come from Walmart and Cabela's, and I don't know where else. So this is my utility utility pliers. It comes with a knife, scissors. I think it has a screwdriver. Really handy, especially when you got the I use the like the split shot sinkers or whatever. They don't look the best, but pull one out here. I use these. Don't know why they're white and powdery, but I use these for like bluegill fishing mainly. So that's what that is. I don't know why there's white stuff all over it. I'm guessing it's just the way they're made. Then I also keep some of these. I got some just in case I had some bait that I had. Like if it, wouldn't stay on my regular hooks, I have these as backups to try. So I got some of these. These are only like $2 or $3 at Walmart. These look better. These are a size 4, the split shot reusable sinkers. I use all types of different sizes. I mainly use the split shot ones that are reusable because they're easier to take off instead of having to snip your line 50 million times just to get one sinker off and everything. So these are what I use for bluegill fishing and just regular fishing. Use them for whatever I can catch. And then this is like a leader line thing that I got. Believe it or not, me and my brother was fishing Cave Run Lake. We were fishing there at the wall, and he caught a fish, and he didn't even hook the fish. He hooked, pretty sure, all of this that was hooked into the fish and pulled the fish up. It was a catfish, a little baby channel catfish. I mean, it's probably way. I wouldn't say it was over 5 pounds. I would say it's probably about 2-3 pound fish. It was a baby catfish. So I don't know why this is open. I'm probably just going to throw this away. But I've been trying some of this stuff. I tried just about anything. I think I have had hits off this, but I've not caught anything yet. So I just try stuff just to see if it works. You never know. Like they say, don't knock it till you try. So I also have my tackle trays. I have a whole big bunch. I have some of these small ones. I have like 2 of them. Yep, I have 2 of them. I keep my rooster tails in this one. Looks like I am missing one. It might be in one of my bigger trays, but you can see it better from this side. I have different size hooks. I have some sinkers in this one, and then some swivels or whatever. And I got some bigger hooks right here. So I just keep a bunch of stuff on hand because you never know when you might need it. And trust me, some of the stuff I've needed. And some of my rooster tails that I have, it's not the cleanest box. I'll probably end up replacing this one because it's so filthy, but I'm not worried about it. But I got some of these, like these right here, off of them mystery tackle boxes that you can get at Walmart. Um, they have them for like $15-20, I think. This is where half of my tackle came from. Um, I've not had any luck off of any of them, but the one rooster tail that I've had luck off of, and I've had lots of hits and everything, I lost my original one. This is a size 1 rooster tail, and it is yellow with the red ribbon right here. I caught a pretty decent sized white hybrid striped bass, and it loved it. The fish love it, and it was at Cave Run Lake when I caught it. I was using this rooster tail. There's a road called Paragon Road. You're going on the outside of Cave Run Lake. That's where I caught it at, in one of the camping areas down there, where you can go down there and go bank fishing. It's crazy. Because I was reeling it in at the time, and then all of a sudden I see this fish swim up to it and just takes it. So yeah, so most of these rooster tails, I've not caught anything with them, but one, I think I found this one somewhere. I don't know. But I'm not getting out all of my tackle because I don't feel like getting hooked today. So I'm not going to drag all of it out. And obviously this is a Bass Pro tackle tray. I have all of my hooks and everything in it. I have leader lines, I have sinkers. I have swivel hooks, the barrel swivels. I have the egg sinkers for when I bottom fish at Cave Run Lake at the spillway. These help keep your line at the bottom. If you use leader lines like this, the metal ones, there's certain sizes that you can use, or whichever one suits you. I use a smaller one to hook my hook into or onto, hook it in there right here. And then what I like to do is take another longer leader line, like a 6 or 8 inch one that's bigger. It's about down to here because this one's a little bent, but you see the size of this one. This is like a 6 or 3 inch, or this is like a 3 inch, I think, and then the 6 or 8 inches like down here or something like that. I hook the egg sinkers onto that, the bigger leader line, and what it does is your bait is off the bottom. That way you don't get tangled up in what's underneath the water and what might be down there. I mean, yeah, you still get tangled up, but not as bad. Then, let's see. I've got some big hooks. I've got a bunch of treble hooks. Here in Kentucky, we are allowed to use treble hooks. I've got some red ones, and then I've got some black ones. But Pay Lakes, you're not allowed to use treble hooks. At least at least as far as I know, you're not allowed to. So I've got different types of things in here. I've got big barrel swivels. And I got this tray at Bass Pro. I got this because it's waterproof and it was big enough for most of my hooks and everything. It's waterproof. You can tell it's got the waterproof seal right here. But some of my stuff still gets moisture inside of it because I do have a bad tendency of leaving it open and the air have moisture in it, so that's my problem. Let's see here. I do keep these on hand. I've had these for about 3 years now, and this is like the first pack I've ever bought. I used to keep baby wipes on me, but if you get these with the citrus scent, it helps keep the mosquitoes away. I've noticed that. If you use these, you don't usually get ate up by bugs as bad. I usually only use these when I'm using messy bait, like chicken livers, or if you're using night crawlers, you know how they like to be sticky and slimy and all that, and they squirt that black stuff all over you. These are definitely handy for that. Highly recommend if you can find these on clearance. I will be looking here soon for some more because I'd say these are dried out almost. They're still a little wet. I mean, I'll still use them, but I got these for $1.50 on clearance. But I will be getting more because these are just about dried out. I need to put this up. I need to put my little pliers up. And it comes with its own little case, by the way. I think I only got it for like $9, I think. Maybe cheaper than that. Maybe $5. I don't remember. But it does come in handy. Then I have all of my bobbers in this. I've got my nighttime bobbers. I've got these. I like these that have the weight on them. I really do. And then I use these sometimes for catfishing. I mainly use this big orange one for catfishing because where I like to catfish at, it's easier to see that specific bobber. I do have one bobber in here where you can put the glow stick inside of like the tube, and I'm gonna have to get a new tray because my tray is broke. So I have one of these that you can stick the glow stick into, but I lost the cap to it, so I'm gonna have to get another one. But they're so hard to find, I can't even find them anymore. If you know where I can get some more of these, I would highly appreciate it because these are much easier than putting glow sticks on these types of bobbers. I do like these for bluegill fishing. You can get them at Bass Pro. I think you can get like a 6-pack or something like that for like $6 or something. I don't know. Don't remember how much they are. I ain't been to Bass Pro or Cabela's in a while because the closest one to me is in Lexington, and I'm about 2 hours away from Lexington. I also like the neon colored ones. This is a neon green. You can't really tell it on here, but that's a neon green. I also like getting these at Walmart. They're like 99 cents or something like that. And then I also like these. You can also get these at Walmart. And these, I've noticed that they're starting to make them different now. These are definitely, well, I would highly recommend these for nighttime catfishing. So they're making them different now to where you can put the glow stick down in the middle, and then it seals off somehow. I don't know how, but it goes all the way down the middle to the end here, all the way down. There's a glow stick. I don't know how that works, but I love these things. I also have a yellow one of that bobber, but I don't use them a lot simply because of the fact that I don't do a lot of nighttime fishing by myself anymore because I have no one to nighttime fish with. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna have to replace this tray because it just broke even worse on me. So we'll take care of that this weekend. And then here's what I was talking about. I don't know if I can get it out without it being all over the place or not. But here is one of the big, it's hooked on. Okay, there we go. I've got like a whole set of nothing but metal leader lines. They do come in handy, especially at Cave Run Lake, because they have muskie. That's basically the musky lake capital of Kentucky. So this is the leader line I'm talking about. It's actually longer than what I thought, so that's my bad. I'm using 2 egg sinkers. This is my cave run setup, so I saved one of these to mark my cave run setup simply because I don't feel like looking through all my stuff to find one simple thing and you can't find it. So I mark it. I already have it set up. All I gotta do is put it on my fishing pole and go. And put another small leader line on there and then I'm good. So it works. Highly recommend this if you fish Cave Run Lake there at the spillway. I keep them in a Ziploc bag because none of my trays will hold these. I need to figure out some different trays. So if you are a fisherman or a woman and you have some tray recommendations for bobbers, I would highly recommend. I would highly appreciate it because I'm gonna be looking here probably this weekend if I can get out for a tray specifically for bobbers. Preferably something budget friendly if possible. Trying to go the cheapest I possibly can because everything that I have besides my tackle bag and my fishing poles is the cheapest things that I have. And then I have a bunch of nothing but rattle traps and crankbaits and poppers and a whole big bunch of stuff. This is pretty cool. It has to lay flat. It's a crawdad. I got this just to try it out. I've not used it because I'm so afraid of losing it because it is an $8 lure. I'd say the most expensive one I have is probably that one. But these are the torpedo rattle traps or whatever. They're torpedoes. So yeah, they're tiny torpedoes. I have a couple of those, and then I have some of these. I've not had any luck off of those yet, but then I have all kinds of poppers, and I did have another one of these, but I lost it. It got hung up in some weeds and stuff, and see, it moves. Yeah, I lost my other one. It was real lifelike and everything, but I have some of these, or one of these. See, half of my stuff here came out of the boxes you get there at Walmart. They're the mystery tackle in the green boxes. They have like panfish, and then they go up to bigger sizes. I don't remember where I got this one. I don't know if it came out of one of the mystery boxes or not, but this is pretty cool. But yeah. So there's my crankbaits and my I have a few rattle traps in there and all that. So And this one, this tray is pretty cool. I have a bunch of jig heads in here. Bunch of the rubbery top baits. I got these. Most of these came off or came from the mystery tackle. I think actually all of these did. I bought the jig heads myself though. These are for crappie. But I also did get this. I bought this one myself. I've not used it yet. I've not had it maybe not even a year. I was not able to use this, so I'm really excited to hopefully use this this coming summer. So it is like it's a lifelock bluegill or whatever. So I'm excited to use it. And then, last but not least, my spinner baits. I was hoping to have a certain spinner bait that I've been wanting to tell you all about. There is a brownish looking spinner bait that my brother used. We went fishing at Taylorsville Lake here in Kentucky one evening after I got off work. They were already fishing and everything and all that, and I got up there a little late, and my brother caught a flathead catfish on a spinner bait. Let me see here. It is almost similar color to this one, but you have brown little stringies here, little feathers. There's like brown ones, and then there's like dark green ones, and then some of it is, I think, sparkly or something like that. He caught it on a spinnerbait, and it's a bit bigger than that one. It was about, I'm pretty sure about, that's still too small. It was about this size. There's a huge difference in the size here. Big difference. You can't really tell it, but there is a big difference in the size. This one is a whole lot heavier and a whole lot bigger, as you can tell. I do have a hard time storing these spinner baits because they are so hard to get in and out. So yeah, this is my biggest spinner bait that I have. I think they might be the same size. I'm not sure. They're two different sizes, looks like. This is, I'm pretty sure, my heaviest one. I don't have a lot of spinner baits because I've lost some. Because, well, weeds, rocks, fish like to take off with them and take them under rocks and all that. So, I also have these, or that one. My brother has had a lot of luck out of catching bass on these during certain times, so he would probably recommend this one. He's big into musky fishing right now, so he's not much. I don't think he's really much into bass fishing or anything like that. This one, I don't know what's happened, but it is a size 4 of the same rooster tail I was showing you all earlier. I don't know what happened to this one because it is all nasty and everything. I'll be cleaning it up here later, but it's the same one that I showed you earlier that was smaller. I just have a bigger one. Let's see, this one's a size 4. Then I also have this one. I'm pretty sure this one is a size 2 or 3. I also have this one. It is a size 3. You can only and only get these in a certain brand. It has to be the mops. It has to be this one. It has to be the mops brand that you can find those rooster tails in. I got the bigger ones at Bass Pro Shops. You have to actually go to Bass Pro because I've not been able to find them at Cabela's at all. So if you want to try them, go to Bass Pro or check your local Cabela's because I know the one up here, every time I go, they never have them. Because I'm trying to get another smaller one just to have on hand just in case I lose my other one. I always like to have at least one or two extra um, of each lure that I have. Um, and also these trays, they have like a measuring tape that goes down. These came with my tackle bag. So it saved me a lot of money, and I gave my brother my other tackle bag that I had that I got from Cabela's. It was the yellow and gray one. I think I paid like $60 or $70 for it at the time. I was working my first job ever, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. So I went to Cabela's and bought me a tackle bag. Bought it myself. Um, I felt real proud. Um, but yeah. And then I also have these. Big duty pliers. If it was not for these, I wouldn't have been able to get the hook out of my first catfish that I ever caught. If you've caught catfish, you know what I'm talking about. It is hard to get a hook out of them fish. It is. Then I also have I keep a pair of fingernail clippers with me because these come in handy to snip your line real fast. You can hook them onto yourself or something like that. Put them in your chair's cup holder if you don't have a drink or whatever. However you want to do it. I got one of these from Cabela's. A little keychain says I love fishing. Obviously, you can tell. And I just use this to clip my line when I need to. Then also, um, some of you all have probably never seen these, but I'm pretty sure you can also, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can also get these off of another website. But I got these, I got like a 3-pack. I got this off of Amazon. I got them in like a 3-pack. They were only like $6 or something like that, maybe 10. I don't remember. But these are knot tires. And it comes in handy, especially if you have eye problems or something like that. You put your hook back here and you run the line down through or no. Never mind. Anyway, I said that wrong. So, what you do here, I think I said that wrong. Bear with me here a minute. It's been a hot minute since I've done this. I've not had to tie a line in a while. So it's been a hot minute since I've used one of these. But I'm pretty sure you have to put your hook up here and then you run it down through here, I'm pretty sure. Or you hook your hook right here, and you wrap your line around so many times. It's however many times you want to tie your line. It's however you do it. But these come in handy. You can also, if they still have them, I used to get magazines from them or catalogs from them. I'm pretty sure it was called Jan's Netcraft, I think. I don't have a way of looking it up, but if you would like the website, I can give it to you. I can find it for you. They have lure making kits. You can make spinner baits, all kinds of stuff. Even the rubber wax baits. They have a whole big bunch of stuff on there that I would love to order, but I just never have the money to because bills get in the way. So, and then I also have this type of bait. I have actually had hits on this. I've not caught anything yet, but I ran into a guy at Cave Run Lake. He was fishing and he kept catching fish left and right and using something that was pink. Well, I went over there and asked him, I was like, what are you using for bait? And he showed me what they were and he gave me a few. Went to try them and I had hits, but I don't think I had the right size hook on. But anyway, I had to leave after that because I had to work the next day and all this. And it catches carp and catfish. All you do is put it on your hook. You have to knead it on like you're kneading bread. And then you have to wet it for it to set. You just dip it in the water, and then what I do is just go ahead and cast it out. So that's some stuff that I use. Let's see here. I also have some smaller treble hooks here with the wiring around them, the bait holders. I've not used them yet. Do I plan to? Eventually. But I've not used them. Also, some bait that I would love to try is the monkey bait that is basically viral during the summertime. I've been dying to get my hands on it, but I can't get any because every time that I go to try to get some, by the time I get there, they're sold out. Or by the time I request them to hold some for me, they're sold out because it is so good. So many people use it that when they use it, they catch tons of fish at pay lakes and regular lakes and all this. I mean, that stuff, I would love to have some, but I cannot get my hands on it. And it kills me because I want to try it out so bad. Because my husband has never heard of it. My in-laws have never heard of it. My dad is even wanting to try it, and I cannot get my hands on any of it. I'd love to have a big batch of it. I'd love to have a starter of it, just to try it out and see how it does. But, yeah, I would really, really, really love to have some. Then also have a few of these bells. Comes in handy when you're doing other stuff of a nighttime when you're fishing. And then I have a big bunch of these. These are the Zoom brand. These are for some reason leaking, and I don't know why, but I'll probably have to end up throwing these away. I've not used half of these. Here's some more. That's gonna have to be thrown away. That's more like strawberry catfish bait and all that. And then I have some of these. If any of y'all have any recommendations on some baits to use besides what I have, I would really appreciate it. It can be for catfish. It can be just for about anything. Bluegill. I can use a night crawler right now and go catch one if I wanted to. But it's too cold, and I'm not going out here in this cold because there's ice and snow everywhere. So I'm good on that one. Put this up. Then I also have some of these. The green or the lizard. Green lizard. And then I have some of these that are like a bass type thing. I also have some of these. And I have these. These are more of a natural looking bait. And then I have some of these. I've not had any luck off of these. I believe I've had some hits. But I guess you just have to catch the fish at the right time to be hungry enough just about or catch the fish to catch or hit. You know what I mean. I can't English because I've had less than 4 hours of sleep in over 24 hours. So this mama is tired because my daughter's asleep, my husband is asleep. He was able to make it home from work. Luckily the roads are clear, so yeah. Then I also have a couple of these fishing pole holders. Nothing fancy. They're only like $1 or so at Walmart. This is probably what I'll get griped at or judged for about the most. I have these fish grippers. You can hate me for it. You can love me for it. I don't care. But if it wasn't for these half the time, half the fish that I've caught, I wouldn't have been able to get them in. Especially get the hook out of them, especially catfish, and I've also caught carp. These come in handy, especially when you don't want to get barbed or anything like that, or the fish is too slippery and it won't cooperate and stay still. Because we all know fish, they like to flop around. And I want to know if it's just me. When I caught my first carp a couple years ago, I don't know if there's gonna be anybody that's a big fisher. I don't know if there's gonna be anybody else that watches this that fishes a lot. But I caught my first carp a couple years ago, and when I brought it out of the water, it stunk so bad. Is that like a carp's defense mechanism, or what is it? Because I've never smelled a fish stink so bad. Um, I've been told it wasn't a carp, but I know better because there's Asian carp and buffalo carp in K Run Lake, and the carp I caught stunk really bad. So is it just like a defense mechanism or what is it? I don't know much about carp, but when I caught that, it stunk. Um, I've also fished Lake Erie up in Cleveland, Ohio. Um, they're at one of the parks. They're in Avon, Ohio. It has the pier out on it. I fished that a few years ago and caught a big what they call sheephead. It's a freshwater drum. Um, they call it sheephead, and I caught it on a hook maybe about that big, and it bent the hook because it was so big. My dad had to help me get it in. He had to reel it up by hand because my reel wouldn't bring it up anymore, or any further, because it was so big. That is the biggest fish I've ever caught, and I'm still yet to beat um the weight of that. I'd say that drum was a good, well, I'd say it was close to 10 pounds. um I wouldn't say it was over, but I can probably find some of my fishing pictures and probably put them in here. And yeah, I'll show you some of my fishing pictures. I don't know if I can put them in the comments or not, but I'd say by the time you see this, they'll be at the end of the video. So yeah. Also, some stuff that I wanted to show you all. I don't know if it's in here or not. It is not in, let's see. It's not in here. But I got some of this stuff a while back. It's this. But there is a rounder bottle, and it's about the same size as this, that I got from Walmart for $6. I sprayed it on, it's a catfish attractant. I sprayed it on a night crawler. I put some on a night crawler. And I fished all night because I didn't have to work the next morning, and I wanted to get out of the house and all that. My parents were fine with it, and everything. And that is the night that I caught the carp. It bit on stuff similar to what I just showed you. I will be getting some more of that. Actually, I may still have some somewhere. I just don't know where. But let me just tell you, that stuff actually does work. I soak a night crawler in it for a few seconds, and then I put it in the water, and it works. So, yeah. So, if y'all have any, I would really, really love to try and catch a muskie at some point, because I want to start catching the bigger fish. I've always been catching bass and bluegill and, you know, just smaller panfish type fish. So, with that being said, if you have any recommendations, please let me know. I'm willing to try anything. I will try anything. I love experimenting with fishing. This is why I have all this stuff. I will be experimenting more this year, and I will be posting about it. So, it's definitely something that I love to do. I love fishing. I was raised around fishing. I was raised around hunting. Later this year, I will be doing hunting videos. When deer and squirrel season come back in, because squirrel season's almost out, and it's just too cold to go squirrel hunt. But yeah. So, any recommendations on baits or anything like that, please, please let me know. And I would really like to know if anybody knows anything about carp, or how I can read about them. If there's any like actual information about carp, because like I said, that fish stunk when I got it out of the water. I don't know if it was a safety or like a defense mechanism to keep other fish away from it or what, but I'd really like to know, because I don't know much about carp. So yeah. So I'm gonna put all this up here in a minute, and I hope you all give me some recommendations. Could really use it. I was gonna talk about something else, but I don't remember what I was gonna talk about. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope maybe something in here caught your eye and you might want to know where I got it at. If you have any questions, please let me know, and please be nice. I will say that I would like for this channel, if you're gonna comment or anything, please be nice about it. I will give you my best answer. If it's a rude comment, I will not respond back. Or you will be blocked. So, I don't know what to tell you. So, I hope you all enjoy. And I will see you all later. Bye.